You will own nothing and be happy. This is a meme that someone was tweeting out here, basically ridiculing and mocking Trump, painting him as communist, and then taking away all of your toys, be it the giraffe, the teddy bear, the rubber ducky, the ball, the blocks, etc. Only one doll for you, kid. And I'm bringing this up because Trump was supposed to be giving a speech about affordability at a casino, true story, casino in Pennsylvania. And he's talking about dolls. Have a listen to this.
Security. We need, the one thing you need steel. You know, you can give up certain products. You can give up pencils. That's under the China policy. You know, every child can get 37 pencils. They only need one or two. You know, they don't need that many. But you always need steel. You don't need 37 dolls for your daughter. 2 or 3 is nice, but you don't need 37 dolls. So we're doing things right.
So he's back to the doll thing again. Are we Donnie 2 dolls, Donnie 3 dolls? How many dolls can we have, Donald Trump? And it's absolutely nuts because remember, the people who worship this guy worship him for his wealth. And then he says, well, but you don't need that kind of wealth. And this actually, honestly, exposes who he is and what he thinks about. And what's fascinating about Trump, as his dementia continues to spiral, you'll have his written part of the speech, which is basically written by his advisor or whatever, and then he'll just start going off saying his greatest hits. He talked for like 90 minutes again at the casino. Can't make this up. It's really a casino in Pennsylvania. And it's so whacked out. And the Fox people are freaking out. How is this? This is one of the Fox people.
I hate this.
Wait, what?
I absolutely hate that the president has to leave the White House to go campaign for these Republicans. Republicans, step up.
And so he's actually bringing up a good point. Again, this is like a Fox News person, and he's hating that Donald Trump has to go on the road, bail out for everyone. Here's the thing, and I'll play more what he has to say, but I think what's going on, though, is why Trump is really damaging to the party and to the country is because he constantly wants the spotlight on him and doesn't really share the spotlight nor pass the baton. And that's actually a really good point. So this guy, even though I don't like him, I don't like these Fox News people or whatever, I want you to see their frustration that essentially Trump isn't passing the baton. Let's listen to more what he has to say about this.
Why does daddy have to come save you? This is the problem. Trump comes in, the arena's sold out. Everyone's going crazy. Trump leaves 4 people, and 2 of them are the Republicans' family members. Republicans, you have to step up. You should want the endorsement, but you should be the one knocking on doors. You should be the one, maybe it won't be a gold escalator like the president went down, but go down yours. Get out there. Get on social media. Go to the White House. He has important things to do that he's doing.
So whether or not Trump has important things to do, in Trump's point of view, right, he's just tweeting out nonsense nonstop. But it's very interesting to say how, like, his staff people, his handlers will try to schedule other people, even people with his own family, but the regular Trumpers just want to go see Trump. Or you could make the case that Trump just goes so long, whatever, no one else really wants to hang out it longer anymore. But this is actually a big problem, how Trump's not a team player and he's not passing the baton or sharing the spotlight with other people. And if you're on the other side of the fence, right, if you're on the Democrat side or left side or progressive side, however you want to call this, right, basically not the Trump side, that's actually good news. That means that this Trump stuff will end and there's no one to replace him and they're done. Because if these people only show up, because the one thing about Trump is they'll say he brought a bunch of people that generally don't care about politics or wouldn't vote at all anyway. If he brings those people to the polls, but then after Trump's gone, those people never show up ever again, the Republicans are in real bad shape, if you can follow what I'm talking about here.
Changing the world for a better place, and now he's got to go fly out and bail out all these Republicans. You have to start stepping up and doing your part. The president should not have to do this.
It's interesting.
What are you going to do when he's gone?
It does happen.
Hey,
like,
JD,
the
stretch.
easiest
You
thing
get
to
in
do
there.
is to ask
Lose.
the president.
Yeah, get in there. You wish, Jessica.
You wish.
I do.
Jessica.
I hope and pray.
Listen, the success in the Republican Party is as clear as Dana's little shoe box thing that makes her taller on TV.
It's not
No.
taller. It's that
So
my
our
feet
feet
don't
don't
reach the
dangle.
floor. My legs don't reach, so my feet don't. And I have to have a box so that I can touch them.
No, it's fine. It's cool. It's very
All right.
nice. It's cool.
So that right there shows you who Fox News is and the Republicans are. So 1, they're panicking, and 2, for whatever reason, you're staring at people's feet. You can't make this stuff up. So who knows? I'll let you guys be the judge of that one. Also, if you've been following this thing, it says Tim Pool warns IRL may end after December 19th due to security costs. What? Okay, I generally don't talk about Tim Pool that much. Last time we talked about it, he was taking money from Russia, him and Benny Johnson, other people, whatever. I'm bringing it up today because if you follow the right-wing media stuff, Tim Pool, Candace Owens, I think her name, Benny Johnson, all these people, they're all fighting each other. And I can show you countless videos of them all fighting each other. There's Tim talking about they're swearing and cussing each other, blaming each other. Long story short, Tim's claiming someone came to his studio and shot something or whatever. Other people are saying, I checked with the police. There's no public police report. Maybe he's just making crap up. Who knows? I don't know. Candace was saying that the French government wants to get her, like assassinate her kind of stuff, like kind of weird. Who knows what these people are smoking or whatever. And then now they're all fighting on basically who benefits after Charlie Kirk's death. And it's hard to talk about stuff because I don't, you guys get the point. These people are whacked out. But the reason why I'm mentioning it is because it shows how they're infighting. They don't know what to do. Trump is on his way out, and a bunch of greedy people in the room is unsustainable. Long story short, greedy people in the room, that's all Trump attracts and surrounds himself with. It's unsustainable. And then, people now are mocking him because Trump looks really bad today. Seriously, like worse than normal. Telling people to buy less stuff because of tariffs is such a good message. I hope he keeps repeating it for the next 11 months. 100%. 100%. I like if you want the Republicans to get stomped, keep sending Trump out of the road on the road. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. If the Republicans have no one else to lead their party, keep sending out Trump. It makes them look worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. The people who attend these Trump events, honestly, and I it's so hard to talk about stuff because I don't want to be too mean. I'll just say this: I don't think they understand anything that he's saying. for real. They just go for the jokes, or maybe they got an applause sign there and a laugh sign, and then people just follow the directions. But when you're like at these live events and Trump's kind of like telling you you only deserve a couple dolls, or he just starts going on and on about himself, and people cheer. It's like weird, whacked out stuff. Hey guys, I'm just trying to talk to a normal person. That's why you're here too. It's talking to like normal people, because when you hear Trump here, something's wrong with him. Listen to this.
Pretty good.
But I do want to talk about the economy, sir, here at home, and I wonder what grade you would give
A
your
plus.
economy. A plus.
Yeah, A plus 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 plus.
Well, it's interesting.
And I think he believes it. That's what's whacked out. This is Bernie Sanders. Donald Trump says the economy is A plus 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 whatever, right? Really, 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. 800,000 are homeless. Food prices are at record highs. Wages lag behind inflation. God help us when we have B plus 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 economy, right? I just shake my head. All I can do is show you what's going on. And that's what I'm saying. And I really honestly think so. Keep sending Trump out on the road. Keep having the guy talk. He's going to destroy the Republican Party. How do you recover from this? Because they're going to have to distance themselves. Don't go down with the sinking ship. This is Pete Buttigieg. He says, this is the economy that Donald Trump calls A plus 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 plus, right? Today, layoff announcements just hit the highest level since the pandemic. Grocery prices keep rising. Frustrated consumers are trying to adapt. Consumers expect medical costs to surge by most in over a decade. That's been our headlines. You also got this. He's going on about affordability. This was an interesting one because, again, a lot of this stuff is telling of who Trump is.
I say it, and I said it the other day, and a lot of people misinterpret it. They say, oh, he doesn't realize prices are high. Prices are coming down very substantially. But they have a new word. They always have a hoax. The new word is affordability. So they look at the camera and they say, this election is all about affordability. Now, they never talk about it. They never talk. Thank you very much. They say I'm not allowed to run. I don't know what the hell that's all about, but that's okay. He said 4 more years. You see the new hat? We have 4 more years. 2020. We have all sorts of hats.
So basically, these people are in a cult. There's no way to put it, right? And the funny thing about this, you can tell it's all a joke. So how this game is played, and just make sure you understand it clearly. Trump is given a script. right? His handlers know that they're getting crushed in the polls. They know that the most important issue to people is cost of living, affordability. It's obvious. Things cost a lot of money. You're not getting paid enough. So Trump will read a script and then he'll go on and just kind of make fun of the script essentially. It's obvious. And like I said, yeah, he'll get some sycophants and cult members behind him, but this is unsustainable. And, you know, it's every time I hear just a normal person talk, you'll know it when you hear it. And that's why, like, I enjoy hearing from you all. Like, I can tell when you guys say, hey, this is what it costs, right? This is what's going on in my company. Like, just talk like a normal person, like no posing or like that. And it's just unsustainable. The other thing, too, it's interesting is I guess Trump took another cognitive test. So Trump admits he took another cognitive test. They just give those out for fun. They don't just give this out for funsies. He also says the New York Times reporting on his health is sedition and perhaps treason. Whatever news he got must be awful. Yeah, so it's weird. This is the cognitive test. It's basically, you know, can you tell me what a lion is or an owl or a camel, that kind of stuff. That are you alive? He was tweeting out, I think he did this 3 times. This is from Trump. This is the stuff he tweets out. He says, I do these tests because I owe it to our country. And he's saying he's got perfect marks, the National Military Medical Exam, blah, blah, blah. Okay. In addition to the medical, I have done something that no other president has done on 3 separate occasions. The last one being recently by taking what is known as a cognitive exam. Something which few people would do very well. He's bragging about passing the, you know, what's a camel, what's an owl, etc. He doesn't realize like how bad he sounds. He's really whacked out. And there's no advisor out there that would say this is a good thing. They know. They're not that stupid. I always tell you guys that. And sometimes people get mad when I tell you that some of the Republicans aren't stupid. But guys, don't underestimate your opponents. Don't underestimate the competition. That's the number one rule in any sort of, you know, sports, politics, whatever. Don't underestimate. So I'll tell you when someone's dumb. I'll tell you when someone's stupid. I'll tell you the truth, right? Any reasonable person can see that something's wrong with the dude. And the Republicans, they want to win elections. Of course they do. And it's bizarre that they're sending him out on the road. But that's why when the one Republican was like freaking out that, God, you know, the Republicans aren't stepping up and now, you know, Trumpy daddy's got to come save them. That means they're in trouble. If saving the Republicans means sending out this like lunatic dementia grandpop, right, out, they're in big trouble. Seriously. And then he's going on and on about this stuff. So it's from Jim Acosta. It says, at his event in Pennsylvania, Trump admits he has something he tried to deny back in 2018 about the S-hole countries. You guys know this. I pressed him on whether he wanted immigrants from predominantly white or Caucasian countries, and he ordered me out of the Oval Office. Back then, he said publicly he wanted immigrants from everywhere, quote, everywhere. That was a lie. And basically he goes on and on and on that, you know, why do we take people from countries that are filthy, dirty, disgusting? We want more people from Norway, Sweden, Denmark. That's Trump's words kind of stuff. Even Trump's people, Nick, I always show you what Nick says because Nick's a propagandist for Trump. He's like, now President Trump calls Ilhan Omar an illegal alien, and the crowd begins, send her back, hell yes, right? Little turban, blah, 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 blah. It's, you know, get out kind of stuff. And basically, it just exposes people as being racist. I'll just be frank with you guys, being racist and mustache party kind of people. You know, this stuff exists in USA. It's not a secret. It's part of American history, right? It's, you know, it is what it is. I personally don't think this is sustainable. This is just, these kind of people, they need someone to blame. They need a scapegoat. Is that the majority of the country? No. Make that really clear. Not everyone in America is a Trumper. Not everyone is a MAGA person. And in fact, this is how much word to say it? We'll say a shrinking group. It's a better way to say it. I do not think young people go for this stuff. Another one here. Trump out here ranting like a bargain bin Klansman, calling entire countries filthy because people aren't wide enough for his decomposing brain. Right? Jesus. Every time this MF person opens his mouth, America loses another chunk of its soul. And that's something I've talked about several times on the channel, how Elon Musk and Trump, you know, attack the American soul. I say it all the time. This is from Ilhan Omar. She says, Trump's obsession with me is beyond weird. He needs serious help. Since he has no economic policies to tout, He's resorting to regurgitating bigoted lies instead. He continues to be a national embarrassment. So that's where we're at. That's what Trump is up to. I shared my thoughts. I want to hear yours. What do you think? Thank you for your time, and I'll catch you in the next video.